Hello. No judgment on my giant soda. Okay. Okay, it looks like audio is getting picked up. That's good, that's good. I can move some things around. I did that thing where I was like, okay, I got 5 minutes. I'm gonna go spray the doll so that she's all good to go. And then I'm gonna, get my workplace set up and be all prepared and on the ball. And then I stood up and my bladder was like, you know what would really stink? You had to go to the bathroom right now. So I didn't get my workplace set up. Anyways, this is a wig that I made for this little girl. It's like a dusty pink on top and then like a eggplant purple underneath. It turned out actually pretty good, but the thing is, like, you can kind of tell it needs to be worked on a little bit. Hey, Morgana, good to see you. Yay, I'm happy you're here. I was just saying this needs washing because you can like kind of still feel some of like the oil from the animal, and there's a little bit of dirt still in it if you look really close. But my mom was asking me the other day, like, well, why do you wash it after you put the wig together? And I'm like, because I actually lose less hair if I put the wig all together. And that means there's less hair in the drain, clogging it up. But yeah, so I need to wash that. But I just glued the second part left on a couple hours ago. And this glue technically takes like 24 hours to dry, and it said 72 hours to become fully waterproof. So I'm kind of like, I probably shouldn't risk it. But anyways, this is like a little surprise head. I had no intention really of getting said head. Ooh. And then you know what else is going to have to happen? That. Actually, that made it better. You can see her now, actually. So this is a Dicodol Amanda, and it has insert teeth, so there are the teeth. And I had intended to grab the body, but then the seller was like, are you sure you don't want the head? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take the head. And then for a while I was like, when I first got it, it was bigger than I anticipated, like the head. Because this is bigger than like my kid Delph heads. Not by much, but like it is, the wigs fit tightly that I made on my kid Delphs on her. So I was kind of like, oh golly, what am I going to do with this little head? And I think I'm going to figure it out. And I have my phone going over here because I forgot one of my favorite artists streams at this time too. So I have her in my earphones, in my headphones. But I haven't been doing very good about putting YouTube videos up, so I've kind of been like, well, I'll stream. That way it looks like I've done something. And it's not that I haven't been doing anything, but I ended up not streaming Hide's arm because, like, literally, I'm still cleaning off dust from sanding. So, and then my poor dilapidated desk, I really, really, really need to, like, take a scraper to it and, like, work on it. But yeah, and then I'm very nervous because, like, listen to this. That is so almost empty. So I'm like, I hope I have enough to get through this little face up. I ordered more today, but ugh. I should have ordered more a while ago because I usually try to keep like an open can and then a backup one, you know? So I just ordered 2 more. I was really like heavily contemplating, like Hobby Lobby sells MSC now, but they don't sell the UV cut. And so I was finally like, no, do what's good for your dolls, not what's easy for you. So here I am, praying I have enough to get through it. And here I go with my way too many supplies. What else do I need? Oh my god, I just looked at my phone and there's like a layer of dust. There's a layer of dust on everything, I'm telling you. Because I sanded Hide's arm so much. And I was going to make like a YouTube video about that, but I already put him back up on the shelf because he's large. He's like this 70 centimeter doll that I was keeping on my desk, and I'm like, you're too big. I can't work around you. So I put him back up. But I do have a companion coming for that story, so hopefully I can get that going. I'm just kind of chattering while I get my supplies. I have everything. Question mark? Okay. Oh my goodness, I feel like I made myself a list of things I wanted to get done this summer, and I'm halfway through summer, and I can only successfully cross 2 things off of that list. And it's not like I haven't been doing nothing, it's just like the wig project that I've been in the middle of has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Partially because I'm like really tired and unmotivated. So I'm like forcing myself to stream so that I can get shit done, basically. Okay. What am I doing? I wish I could play music. Nope, I want this one. Now I need to decide what color I want her eyebrows to be. Like, look at that head. Look at that noggin. This is an MSD. She's got a huge head, though. So she's gonna have pink hair. So I don't know if I want to give her, like, bright pink eyebrows or if I want to do just, like, a brown. I think I'm gonna do a brown. Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna do the giant brows. I'm gonna try not to make this one look sad. Kind of made my Woojin look really sad, but oh well. So how are you doing, Morgana? Talk to me, friend. make it so that it's not dead silent in here. Oh dear. I just got a giant look of my nose too. Ugh. I'm so not glamorous. Alright, what do you think? Alright. Oh, yeah, you hang in there. I sent you a message on Instagram. I did finally put the thing up on Etsy, but like, real talk, take your time. Don't worry about it, friend. I was trying to get stuff done today, so I like took pictures of the wigs that I could, but I'm in that state where it's like each wig that I glue something on, I've got to wait for the glue to like really solidify. And then sometimes I have to like wash said wig because it still feels like normal. Yeah, I think I posted it like an hour after I saw all your little posts, which were very cute, by the way. But yeah, no rush. Oh, here comes the puppy. Hi, princess. Oh, are you leaving or are you coming? You're just gonna push my door open and leave, I see. My dog. Right? I was so like busy last week. I still have things that I need to do. But here I am streaming. Oh, she's still got monkey brows. Wow, I got a new follower. I'm sorry, I'm like concentrating. I'm not doing a good job. Couch. I can't read. Nice! Good for you. I have been very, 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 very slowly building a dollhouse. That's one of the things on my list to get done this summer. Because I was flooring it, but what was happening is I was like having to saw all the wood apart. And needless to say, it's a 5-room house. And I did tiling for 2 rooms, but I still had to cut the tiles to very awkward shapes. So I gave myself a really giant blister, and then I could not work on it anymore. So gotta get that going. But that'll be for my Pookies. So that's technically 1/12 scale. It's like a 3-floor house though, so it's huge. But yeah, it's technically 1/12. There's one eyebrow. I made a couch for my SD girls, and let me tell you, there were tears. Because I got really, well, one, I was doing it during winter, so it was like really cold, and I was outside. I was hammering nails. Because me being me, I was like, oh, I'm going to make it out of wood because I want it to be durable. And I did. And my girls are sitting on it right now. Actually, 4 of my dolls can sit on it, so not too shabby. But yeah, it was a nightmare. Now the fun part of trying to match the other eyebrow. Oh, hey! How you doing, Voodoo? You're just chilling and watching me try to match eyebrows. Also, again, sorry for my poor lighting. Oh, nice! So do you, this might be dumb, but do you collect dolls, or are you doing a different kind of crafting? That might not be the most entertaining thing to listen to, but I appreciate you coming on by. Okay, so you do collect BJDs. Just making sure I don't have to like explain what I'm doing with this disembodied doll. So what craft are you going to be working on? So we can all have a crafting party. Aww. Yeah, I'm running out of sealant, so we'll see how far I get on this Faceup. Ooh, sewing. You sewing for your dolls? Oh, phooey. Phooey! Dang it. Why? Looking for my eraser. Did I put it up here? Yes, I did. Oh, nice! Yeah, I actually, funny story about me. I like to sew, but I like to sew plushies. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Sorry, I got distracted by cutting my eraser. Oh, and now I erased too much. Deep sigh. Okay. Yeah, I like to sew, but I prefer to sew plushies. I actually really hate sewing miniature clothes. So I don't really sew BJD clothes so much as and I hate when I'm doing humanoid plushies. I hate having to sew clothes for them that aren't just simple. Yes, eyebrows are hard. Well, shoot, look, now I made one of them thinner than the other. Oh, no. What do we think, friends? Oh, yeah, I don't like sewing for myself. I prefer, I'd rather sew, a plushie of a dog than, clothing. Although I made my mom 2 shirts, so I guess I sew anyways. Oh! Hey, you're building in a virtual world. You're still crafting. Sorry, I know my head's probably, in the frame. Yep. Okay. Grr! Still not happy. I know, I made a stencil for one of my dolls, and then I just was like, this is too much work. I'm never gonna do this. And I haven't done it since. I like put more pastel on, and I think I just erased pretty much all of it. What game am I playing? I am a huge like Harvest Moon Story of Seasons junkie. So I got the new Story of Seasons for the Switch. I love it. So I like just live my days fishing and petting cows and building things. So I'm like, dude, I get it. Yeah, I don't think I'm great at face-ups. I think I'm average, if that. Like, I don't think I would sell face-up services. Although I have a friend who was very sweet to pay me whenever I painted her dolls, and I was always kind of like, I just want to practice, friend. You don't have to pay me. We're getting there. We're getting there. Kind of. So, I was explaining earlier, this is the wig that I made, but I need to, like, wash it. Because it feels like animal. So, like, it's still a little oily, so I need to shampoo it. And I used, like, a waterproof glue, but it takes a couple days to be waterproof. So I made the part, although you can see there's a little bit of a peel up in the middle, so I might have to like glue that down a little more. But I have some of this. This is alpaca. It's really, really pretty. And then I have like a couple of these little teeny tiny pieces that I actually need to fill out wigs with. So I'm going to be doing that later. So I will be working on wigs. Just not the one I intended, because I think I need to wash it and then work on it, because it feels gross. I mean, it feels like an animal who needs a bath. Um, it depends. Lately, like I used to try and diet myself, but then it's a lot of work. So lately, like I've been buying them. So for instance, this one I bought this way, but this one was actually a different color and I didn't like the color, so I ended up dyeing it myself. So I do like a little mix of both. I do like hard wig caps with I mean I say hard because it's like the glue method, but I use pantyhose, so they're like really thin, so they're still like really flexible, right? And they have stretch to them. But technically it is the hard cap method versus like a sewn cap. She's gonna have like no eyebrows by the time I'm done. I'm just gonna slowly, continually erase all of them. Yeah, I use, look, I have a new bottle of it now. I use E6000's fabric glue because it's like waterproof and heavy duty, and like it stretches and it's low odor. So I use that with my wigs, and that's how I make all my wefts and everything. So yeah, I like it. Because it dries very like almost like rubbery, stretchy kind of. But it's not like rubbery, but it kind of has like that plasticky feel to it, but it's still really stretchy. And then, yeah, I use pantyhose, so it's a nice thin wig cap. Okay, I think that's about as good as she's gonna get with the eyebrows. Hello. Thank you. I love you. I was brought alcohol. So now we are going to drunkenly craft, my friends. No, I'm not going to get drunk. This barely has any alcohol in it. Oh, you know what? That is the hardest part of wig making, honestly. Like, I just put some wigs up on Etsy today, and I'm like starting them in like the $50 range versus like the $100 range because I'm still kind of figuring out how to do all that. What I have found is it differs from mohair to alpaca. So like, let me grab one of my alpacas here. It's super frizzy because it's been sitting on my desk, so it needs some TLC. But so this is like an alpaca weft, and there's a couple gaps in this one, which was why it's kind of left over. But I've found, here, this one's a little better. I found that alpaca, when you bend it over like that, it covers the weft a lot better than like mohair. Mohair is like really thin and like see-through. So this one, I mean, I need to reset it obviously, but you can kind of see my weft poking through a little bit in the top still. But this one, what I ended up doing for the part, in order to make it less see-through, is I took two wefts and glued them together and then folded it over. So I had two layers of hair for the part. And that seems to be working a bit better. But yeah. I tried like cutting the wig cap open and like tucking them underneath, and I ended up not really liking that because it just created other problems. like trying to get the wig cap back together even when you glue another piece underneath. So then I went back to just putting the wefts on top, but making them thicker so that it covers better. But yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a professional, but I feel like I'm like getting into the area where I can like comfortably sell them without feeling like I'm doing disjustice to the customer. All right. But yeah, for me, my problem that I have is sometimes I don't space my wefts out enough, so then I run out towards the top, and then the top ends up being kind of sparse. Oh, I have one that happened to, and I'm kind of trying to do what I can to style it a bit better, but I may end up discounting it, which is a bummer. But oh well. Because I'm too good to sell something full price that I don't think is worth it. Even though technically the fiber is more expensive than what I'd be selling the wig for if I discounted it. Oh, isn't that the pain, right? Oh, my dog just pushed my door open and then left. Ay, ay, ay. So the last time when I used my peach, I had already mixed it with pink, so then like it came out really pink on my boy, and I was like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. So I just did the peach first, and now I'm mixing in a little pink. So do you do, have you done, like, yarn wigs? Yes, let me tell you. Oh, they're such a hassle. Oh, I hate doing yarn wigs. Like, I have a couple, and I really need to figure this up too. I have a couple of BTS boys that have been sitting naked on my desk for like a year because I was customizing them for a couple of my buddies that like BTS. I just blew some dust off of him. But so like I made this one, this is a yarn wig, and it came out pretty okay. And then I clearly need to style this one still. And I just haven't gotten around to it. They're really easy to like style in comparison to like alpaca and mohair, but yar, are they such a pain in the butt to get all the fiber ready. Nice. Yeah, the other thing that I found when I made my wigs, which again, I went for the color was right and what I had available to me already. They're just, I feel like on a larger scale, they look synthetic still to me. Like it looks just kind of like a cheap fiber. But they work really well for small dolls. But maybe I just haven't found the right yarn yet, you know? I haven't actually tried making them for large dolls. She's got like the teeniest little nostrils. They're like hardly holes. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the other problem is you can't get a lot of length from them. Oops. How am I going to do the corner of her lips? This is interesting. Oh, I think I botched it. That's why it's not working. Sorry, I got really, really quiet on you guys. Darn it. Ugh. Oh, hey! Nice to meet ya. I'm in the middle of trying to do lips, so I may not be very talkative. She's got like open lips, so I'm kind of struggling in the corners a little bit. So tell us about your dolls if you have any. This is a Dyke doll Amanda. And I feel like I just made her bottom lip uneven. Oh dear. Aw. Yeah, we can suffer through face-ups together. I'm in the point where I have to actually finish cleaning up all my wigs if I want to bring the sewing out. My sewing machine will not fit on my table because it's covered in wigs. I'm like not even in frame, I'm sorry. So when you say lace wigs, is it just like a piece of lace, or are you like actually like rooting slash like threading or like hooking the hair into the lace? Because oh my god, that just sounds like it would take an eternity. Anywho, I'll give you a better look. Hang on. You can barely tell her little lips are pink. I'll probably do another layer after I spray her, but I still want to do a little bit of cheek blushing. Oh my god. See, like, I don't even know how to do that. So right now I'm just like, wow, go you. yeah. Yeah. Tan skin is like, it takes some getting used to doing the colors for it. And I'm very much like I don't like when they're really heavily shaded. So I tend to do like maybe 1 to 2 layers of pastel and then call it. Oh, me? Well, I mean, I've been here for 50 minutes already, and this is still the first layer. No, you see all those professional artists that do like 20-layer face-ups, and they're like, oh, this one took me 3 days. And I'm just like, this one took me 3 hours. I just like, I don't have the patience for that. Anyways, I am going to go spray. So I'll be right back. Pray that my spray doesn't run out because it's running really low. Yeah, because they'll like, I think they like let it sit, or they only can do it in like certain weather. I'm not that fancy. That, you know, it's like my most in-depth face up is maybe 4 or 5 layers. Right, Voodoo? Alright, I'll be right back, friends. Let's see. I was about to hand sew some more, but I need to wipe this face and spray. Aww. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already... So that's the other thing that I've always been like kind of, should I try MSC? Because when I first got into this hobby, it was like through Dolphy Dream, actually. Oh, no worries, Voodoo. So far, I haven't noticed anything. Hang on. I just almost tried to take a sip of my Zoke Mura spray. That wouldn't have been good. Anyways, I started through Dolphy Dream stuff. And damn it! I forgot to do her mouth! Okay, well, I'll do pastels on that next. And so I've kind of always gotten the Volk spray, and so from what I know, this doesn't leave a white film on the doll. So like if you're doing tan skin face up, sometimes if you have like a ton of layers of MSC, it starts looking a little lighter than the rest of the body. So I tend to get the Volks one, but I will say it does not have as much tooth as MSC. So it takes longer to build up colors. At least that's been my experience with it. But it is also cheaper than MSC and still has UV cut, so. Hang on, I'm sending a message really quick. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so now you've switched over. How is it on your tan dolls? Because I remember, like, I have noticed it when I was looking at art from one of the other face-up artists that I really like. I could tell that, like, that there was noticeable difference in coloring. Oh, food. Where do I order it? I order it from the Volks USA website. It's like $9 a can. But then shipping was like $11. So it probably comes out to be the same as buying MSC from Prime, which I was tempted to do because I do have Prime. But yeah, like I said, since I have tan dolls, I was like, I think I'll just stick with what I know doesn't leave a film. She's getting to be kind of cute. Now I gotta, these are her teeth and her little tongue. Well, and you have to watch the weather too with this one because, like, some of my dolls, actually, it might just also be weather mixed with vinyl because some of the times that I've sprayed this on a vinyl doll, it got shiny. So, like, the opposite problem. By the way, if I could play music, we'd 1000% be listening to Shiny or EXO right now. But those would, like, absolutely get me in trouble. Let's see. These teeth are so hard to put in her face. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need it to be darker. But yeah, so that's what it'll look like in there. Yeah, it's like 17 or 18 for a can of MSC, and it's like 9 for a can of Zokimura. So I bought 2 cans today, and paid about $30 with shipping. So, which if you bought 2 cans of MSC, it'd be about $36. So I saved maybe like $2-3. So it's early 6 of one, half dozen of another. Oh, I use Zokimura. Sorry. Let me show it to you again. It's this is the Volks spray basically. So you can buy it from the Volks website. And it's basically just another MSC. They each kind of have a pro or con. I gotta make it like super thin so I can clean off the bottom of the teeth without getting the tongue. Can I do it? I can't. Ah, that's the problem. I'm gonna like wipe the pastel off the tongue, trying to get it off the teeth. Super thin. Super thin. Damn it, I got the tongue again. Okay. Okay. I'm not touching it. So I'll put it back in so you guys can see and so I can make sure it's all in there. Maybe. Mayhaps. So yeah, look, there's the teeth, and then there's a little bit of tongue that's shown too. So it's like a really pretty head. I just And then I'll probably have to do another layer on that so that it's a little darker because it's pretty pink right now. That's the groan of pencil work. Okay, can I do it this time, you guys? Let's see. Also, I'm kind of in the same boat as like Asemba, wherein on my own dolls, I like do as much as I can on one layer. I already smudged it. And then seal it. Especially with this face, since I am running out of sealant, I'm trying to do as much as possible on one layer. So pray for me. I want her to be cute. I say giving her the thickest. You know what, Voodoo? I am so tempted to. I don't right now. Most of my eyes I get from an artist called Soul in a Box Dolls. So these are like some of her eyes that I just have sitting around. But you see, recently I bought myself like a UV resin lamp. And so I was gonna, because gosh darn it, should I get heated? It's so big. I made a mechanical arm for one of my boys. All right, I'm gonna get him. If you hear crumbling and screaming, he fell on me. Okay, yay! So I didn't stream this because it was a lot of work, and he is so stinking big he probably won't fit on camera. Anyways, this is, oh, the lighting is so bad. So bad it is. This is a mechanical that I made him. And it was originally, all right, let's see. You're so stinking big, dude. He's my 70 centimeter boy. So, and of course my lighting is terrible. But I got a jointed hand and an arm from Resin Soul, and then I like put epoxy over it and actually sealed it with resin and used UV resin to do all of the like wiring details. And so that's what I have been that's what I've been using my UV resin for, but now that I have it, I'm kind of like, I have it. Why don't I try making eyeballs? But then I'm also like, okay, he's going back up now. He's too big, this boy. Ugh. You know, leave it to me to put a 70 centimeter doll on a high shelf. Oh, nice. Yep, we're just chilling up in here. But yeah, so I used a ton of UV resin on that. And so now that I have it, I'm kind of like, I could just go buy like eye bases and make this a thing. So believe me, the temptation is there. Oh my god, I just botched her eye! I should say I botched her eyeliner. Oh yeah, gel resin. That's interesting. I wonder if you could get like builder's gel that you would use for like nail art stuff. I really wanted him to have like a bionic arm, but like Ring Doll made one a million years ago. And so of course it's not being made anymore. And one cool thing about that I'm like really proud of lately is I've hit the F it, I'll make it myself part of the fandom. So I'm not like super scared to do mods anymore. Whereas when I first started the hobby, I was terrified to pierce my doll's ears. Now I'm just lazy. Let's get that little dot out there. I've been in like a science fiction mood lately. But like a lot of doll clothes that aren't just like modern day are like Victorian or steampunk. And it's like, no, I want cyberpunk style clothes. I smudged it. No. Okay. All right, we got one eyeliner on. Root, root. Now the other eye. Why are there two eyes? So is this like, oops, I just hit my cup, I'm sorry. Is this like a little cat doll, like, or, like, we talking like a Hujo Freya, or are we talking like BJD that you're putting like little cat ears and a tail on, or are we talking like an actual cat? Just so I follow the conversation, sorry. By the way, Hujo, yo. What the heck happened to it? Oh no! The eyes are uneven! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, they're not that bad. I feel like the conversation is jumping around to different areas. So, like, a lot of my more recent dolls, like with bionic parts and stuff, a lot of my more recent dolls, they're in like a futuristic kind of story versus like a steampunk where it's a mixture of like Victorian aesthetic and science fiction. So it's more of the like kind of cool, pristine, spaceshipy science fiction, although there's not spaceships involved, but versus like steampunk. But I do have 2 steampunk stories, so I have like 4 boys in steampunk garb, so kind of in the mood for something different. I know, this is the worst part, and like, so here's the thing. These pencils are Derwent. They're super pigmented, so you can get the effect you want in one layer, which lazy bones me is like, hell yeah. But the problem is they're super pigmented. So if you make a mistake, you're doomed. She's a hybrid doll. Nice! I love me a good hybrid doll. One of my other dolls that I want to work on, not tonight, but another time, I'm going to do, like, she's got a humanoid body, but kind of paint lines on it and make it look almost like organic plating so that she could look more like a robot. Y'all, I smudged it. The horn doll's body. Oh, I'll have to look that body up. I've never seen it before. I smudged it. Why? Okay. Okay. Come on, please. I don't know, friends. What do we think? I think she actually looks really cute. The eyes I intend to put in her aren't here yet because she was very not planned, and then she took like a whopping 2 days to ship. Okay. What is that noise? I just heard like a weird noise coming from my phone. Wait. Do it. Do it. Don't do it. Okay. I'm like telling it not to do it. I know. That's the problem I'm running into. Like, I'm really happy now that I put Hide's arm on because he looks a bit more. He's not supposed to be cyberpunk per se, but he looks a bit more like the character I envisioned for him. But like, ugh. I'm trying to make a doll that's actually like cyberpunky now. And I don't feel like sewing the clothes, so I just can't. Meh. Oh yeah, voodoo. Yeah, that's the smart way to do face-ups, is to seal your work before you ruin your work. But I'm a dum-dum, and I live life on the edge. Alright, I'm going to put these away because I don't want to see them again. Once upon a time, I used to do my whole face-up in Derwent, which meant every time I did the bottom lashes, they'd like... But see, the problem is I fall into the same thing as Melissa. I have no creative, like, juices when it comes to that. Okay, that's a black. I want my dark browns. So I'm just like, oh, what am I going to do with this? Oh, I figured out what that sound is. I told you guys at the beginning I'm like watching a stream on my phone because one of my favorite artists is also streaming right now. That's funny. That insinuates I have friends. No, I do. I don't. I'm actually not in a whole lot of groups. I'm in like BJD Addicts, and even that I only joined this year. Alright. Wait. I'm using the wrong pencil on the wrong thing. No! There we go. Okay, guys, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Here we go. botched it at the end. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like an old grandma when it comes to social media. So I didn't even start using Instagram until like last year. And I use it as like a work in progress for my Etsy shop stuff. And then when I wasn't doing my Etsy shop, I started putting not very good pictures of my dolls up. God darn it. Okay, I'm good. Had it almost perfect. Almost. And then. Okay. Dang, y'all. These two lashes are killing me right up near her tear duct. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. Okay. Now. Okay, I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see this. It's getting really dark in my room. Hang on. Let me turn on some actual light in my room. I don't even think that made a difference, but you can kind of see. I swear they look better than what camera's picking up. It's like trying not to breathe so my hand wasn't shaking. Yes. I'm like watching her paint while I'm doing a face up. Give me inspiration. And your light touch. Because how do? Okay. Again, my complaint from earlier. Why are there always two sides? Like, why do we have to have two eyes, huh? Who needs eyeballs? I know, right? I'm about to start again, so I'm going to hold my breath. You ever have, like, I mean, I know we all have that one side where, like, one side turns out better than the other. And I keep trying to figure out which side is my better side. It was not this one. Ugh. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. The streamer I'm listening to said, I don't want to fuck it up. And I was like, I don't either. It was one of those moments where she said it and then, like, my brain thought it and I stopped for a split second. Let's see. Let's look. I feel like it changes for me. Oops, sorry. I have to hold my breath in order for it to focus, so hang on. It's not working. Oh, it almost worked. I can't. I'm too shaky. Okay, eyebrows. I actually like doing eyebrow hairs as compared to eyelashes. I say while royally botching it. Yeah. Okay. There's one side. Okay, this is another thing where you're probably not going to be able to see. Oh, you can kind of see the individual hairs. I legit have to like stop breathing. That's why you hear me like take this little exhale. Now, do I want to do any like little freckles or beauty marks on her? Maybe I'll do some like freckles across her nose. This is where I horrendously regret decisions, right? Get to the end, finally like it, put freckles, suddenly I hate it. Yep. We're going to erase those. A paint pen. Nice. You know what I always like? I lust after the effects of, but I know I would never be willing to do the maintenance for it. Like airbrushes. So pretty. But am I ever going to actually use one? No. I bet it, I don't know. I feel like it would still be really not like pointed enough unless it's like a really thin tip for the eyelashes. Okay. Yeah. I know, well, and like you have to do like cleaning and then like you need the air compressor so they're really loud and I'm just like, that's so much work when I could be lazy. Are you guys noticing a recurring theme here? Why be working when you could be lazy? Ow, I just popped. Okay. I will be right back. I'm gonna go spray her again. Again, pray my sealant lasts. Okay, so oh, I know it does, but look at me still taking the shortcuts. Okay, well, my friends, I was spraying my sealant. Oh, here comes my baby. You want to come in? Yeah, you can come in, but I'm going to shut the door. Thank you. I don't know if you guys want to see my dog. Hello. Yes, hello. Oh, she wants to make herself known. Let's see if I can... Oh, there she is in the corner. You can kind of see her. Let me turn the camera a little bit. There she is. Oh, oh no. She has laid down where my chair is supposed to be. Oh. Yeah, see, I would love to use an airbrush, but the amount of like cleaning and maintenance for it would make me not want to pull it out because I'm too lazy to clean it. So, I suppose I shouldn't bother, right? Okay. DoorDash is asking me to rate a delivery, and they shouldn't be asking me because I can't rate it well because it took 45 minutes for them to even go to the restaurant. So by the time I got my food, it was ice cold. Okay. Frustration, first world problems, am I right? Oh, my puppy. She is directly in the way. What I meant to say before I got distracted by my dog and DoorDash on my phone, is when I was spraying the teeth, the sealant just stopped. And then it like wouldn't come out, and it wouldn't come out, and I shook it, and it wouldn't come out, and I shook it again, and I pushed down a little harder, and it finally came out. So, I'm pretty sure I'm out of sealant. So, I think I'm okay with the color of the mouth because it's in shadow, so it looks a little darker anyways. So I think I'm going to head on to glossing. Preemptive laziness. If I do it now, I can be a potato later. That is true. That is indeed true. Hello, little baby. Yes, I love you. You are directly in my way, though, so as soon as I need to get up, you're going to go skittering. She has a tendency. Let's see. Where is she? There she is. Do you see? There's her little booty. She's like right next to my chair. Oops. And then she looks at me in utter betrayal when I roll over her. And it's like, girl. Oh no. Now the angle is... Sorry, friends. You're doing a ton of movement. This is called Sarah. Don't touch what isn't broken. Okay. So, first I'm going to gloss a couple things, and then we're going to pull out the 2 wigs that I'm going to put these in because I need to do a little problem solving on them. So let me get my gloss. Oh. There's my little UV resin. This is the high gloss. I'll go ahead and we'll bury this soldier later. Right. to like clean up. Yes, you're okay. She's panicking because I'm moving behind her, and it's like, well, who sat down directly next to me? Yes, my baby. She's my little skitterbug. Okay. Right. Right. What am I doing? Popping my knuckles. Do you guys ever like, maybe I'm just the one that does this, but I'm a teacher, and so I'm super busy and super tired all the time when I'm working. And then so like when I'm not working, I am like project after project. And so I was doing something until about 3 a.m. last night that involved, holding, I was like painting / doing things. So I was holding like this, right? And now my fingers are so sore. So I took the morning off. Sorry, you can see my phone. Don't look at it. It's fan art that I drew. I took the day off of doing anything until about basically this stream in an attempt to not destroy my fingers, but they are also popping and very uncomfortable, so story of my life. Oh, you moved! I can scoot a little. Thank you, baby. I teach special ed preschool. So I'm working with 3 to 5-year-olds who have developmental delay or autism or behavior or speech delays. So I get beat up by 3-year-olds, basically. Yeah, and like my home life, I am a very happily single human being. So I'm not like, I can't even imagine if I had like my own family. Obviously, I have like my parents because I'm paying for a college education still. So I'm staying home because my parents were kind enough to let me stay home as long as I'm working and now schooling. Yeah. And that's also kind of, I don't want kids. So it's like I can be a teacher and then give them back at the end of the day. So I love my little preschoolers. I love them to pieces. But it is not easy. And then when I'm on break, I'm like, I only have X many days to get this done, which is why I'm like kind of getting frustrated that the wig making is taking me so long, but it's because I keep burning myself out. I am my own problem. When it was going so well and then you just go slightly out of the line. also I see a little, I see, no! There's a little fur stuck in her chin. I'm not breathing. I'm like testing fate. I know, but then I end up giving myself anxiety about like not getting enough done. But then I'm also like, I'm so bloody exhausted, I just need a break. Hoy. And that's like, especially after COVID and being a teacher, oh my God. Like, shout out to all teachers. Y'all, we put up with some bull this year. No! Okay. Sorry. Okay. How am I going to fix this? You guys can't see what I just did. The pencil wasn't fully sealed in, so it mixed with the gloss and got outside the line. Oh. Bailey. What am I gonna do, baby? Just figure out. Fucking no, I'm taking a nap, girl. Uh-huh, you do. And then you burn out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, my state basically did that to us in April after our kids had been online, or some of them hadn't even been participating for like the whole school year. Okay. Not touching. Drying my hands. Fuck me. Okay, let's see. This happens, and I sprayed the head like inside out and sideways. And sometimes I still don't fully seal in the pencil. But yeah, we went in back to full load in April. And like they gave us a week to get ready for it. And there were so many just off the walls behaviors. And it was brutal. Fuck. Okay. Okay. You guys didn't see what happened there either. Oh no. Okay, that's a little better. Actually, this is actually looking a little better. Forgive my profane mouth. I'm a potty mouth. Oh no. And then you guys are like, you're a preschool teacher? As I dropped the F-bomb about 20 times. It's because I can't drop it at school. So I drop it even more at home. Okay. So, I haven't really explained what just happened. So, if you couldn't see, I was glossing the eyes, and my sealant, even though I sprayed the eyes directly for a really long time, didn't actually seal the pencil in. So the gloss wet the pencil and smeared it. So I just did surgery on that eye that's glossed. And now I'm going to have to do it on the other one. But I've kind of gotten used to this happening, because I'm serious. I directly sprayed for a very long time. I sprayed from the inside, I sprayed from the outside, I sprayed from this angle, I sprayed from that angle. And still somehow I miss bits and pieces every now and then. So I've kind of gotten used to, if you ever see me gloss a little bit, then wipe my brush off, it's so that I don't smear the pencil. Also, forgive me for singing a song while I'm performing surgery. Sometimes you just need tunes, am I right? Okay, that's good enough. We're putting her head down and we are not touching it. Now we are going to wipe my brush and gloss her little mouth, which I would have made darker, but guess who ran out of sealant? So, but it's in the shade of her lips, so it looks darker than it actually is. So I think it'll be okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my brush really quick, and then I'm gonna grab the wigs, and we'll work on the wigs while my little girl dries. I don't have a whole lot to do to them. I need to wash this one because it's like, look at that. It's a fluffy mess, but also if you were touching it, you can just feel it's a little oily and dirty. So, but this is going to be her wig eventually, and it doesn't, the color is all messed up now, but it's like a dusty pink with purple on the bottom. Okay. What's up, sweet pea? Oh, you're going to go over there now. Thank you. That's a really good spot. You should stay there. Yes, good girl. Let's see. Oh no, she's gonna get scared and leave. Baby. I know, baby. I know. What am I doing? No. I'm trying to show you off. There's her butt. Over here. There she is. Yeah. Yeah. Now she's getting loves, and you guys get to look at questionable crap pile. Thank you guys for putting up with my not very professional stream. So I think what I'm gonna do, this is like 70% rubbing alcohol. Oh, yes, it's bath time. Now she's licking my elbow. I was gonna kind of dip it in this and clean it, and then I was gonna go wash it with some soap in the sink. So. Oh, thank you for the kisses, baby girl. Because with the gloss, if I don't like really clean it, it makes my brushes all hard. And this is my gloss brush, which it's about time for me to get a new one because after a few glosses, it still kind of gets crappy. But why? I listened to one song and then YouTube's like, do you want to stop? Are you still listening? And it's like, yes, I'm still listening. Oh, I was about to go wash my paintbrush after putting my paintbrush down. Oh, and she's behind my chair again. Oh, this dog, she like has a sixth sense for being in the worst spot possible. I know, babe. Yes, you do. Okay. Alright, let me go get the wig. One of them is on my boy who's on my desk, so I don't need to worry about him too much. You know what? I have two of these now. I gotta show you. I have two of these that I get for like gifts from like Alice's collection and I think possibly Tata's. But they're decal eyebrows. And I always am like, I should hold on to these in case I'm ever feeling super lazy about eyebrows. Have I ever used these in my 10 years of owning dolls? No. But I hold on to it anyways. Okay. No judgment, because this wig has been in a box, so it's a little messy. All right. And I just put the ends in gloss. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm such a slob. So this is the wig. It's for one of my girlies. And now I'm going to have to brush through the ends to get all that gloss off. But I had a couple of spare pieces left. So I was going to kind of look and see where it was a little thin. And it looks like it's actually a little thin up top. So I think I'm going to tuck these in underneath the main part. Yeah, please don't judge me because I also don't have a comb to help me. Oh dear. I'm like, well, I've been working on so many wigs to sell. I might as well, like, I don't have that much left of this, so I was like, I might as well just tuck it kind of into the wig. And I don't even have, all my wig making supplies are downstairs, I say while trying to do this. Because I'm a genius. So, is this it? Nope. Nope. Here it is. Oh, good night, Melissa. I'm almost done. I'm just stalling while I wait for my head to dry. Thank you for coming by. I hope you'll come by another time around. I do intend to stream more. I don't know when, but more. Sleep well, friend. You know what's really frustrating too? That I've done more than I'd like to admit. um, when I'm like, I have a very old curling iron that I kind of stole from my mother in order to, you know, use on dolls because it has inevitably gotten like glue and gunk on it, so it's not something you'd want to. Oh, I hate wiping face ups too. Especially because I have acrylic nails, so depending on what I use to wipe said face up, it destroys my nails, which sucks because I paid money for these. But I have a tendency to like accidentally burn the glue that I use if I'm like doing the part and I put too much heat on it for like too long. And I did that on one of my wigs earlier today, which was a little frustrating. Okay. One thing I will also say about this glue, especially if you're working with mohair, if you're gluing a weft on top of a weft, like so for the part, you have to like really push it down because sometimes the glue doesn't always like to stick to itself if the previous glue has like dried. So it's working now, so that makes me wonder if it's just because mohair is evil. Because this is alpaca. Oh no, that stinks. See, I haven't had the color fade But yeah, I've melted glue into like the part, and so then the glue sticks out the top, and I did that earlier today. So now I'm kind of like, to discount, to attempt to save, or to just say F it and keep for my doll. Because one of my dolls wears a ton of like multicolored wigs. It's the doll that I made this one for initially. Okay. So yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to like hold the weft there for a little bit. And this is working a lot better because it's alpaca. And alpaca, here's the thing about alpaca. It's easier to work with than mohair, but it is frizz central. I'm amazed this isn't more frizzy. You're like, keep it, but I want money. I'll show you. Maybe I'll go grab it. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but yeah, I might keep it and look through. Because the other thing, too, is I have a box of wigs. And she's got, including the one that's on her head, she's got 9 that I made for her. So she doesn't really need another wig. So I might see if there's another wig that I made that I'd be willing to sell, so that I'm still only having 9, but I'm keeping the slightly messed up one. Ugh. I don't know. I need to, because there's a blue one that I could probably part with, but I have a dress that goes with the blue one, and I don't know if this other one would go with the blue dress. And if it doesn't, then there's no point to get rid of a wig that I can put with a dress for a wig that I can't put with a dress. So we'll see. This is from Zerg Studios on Etsy, by the way. Or Zerga, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm so good at promoting other Etsy stores. They're from Poland, I believe. All right. Time to get my other boy. Come hither. Okay. So with him, his wig, one, I didn't style it very well, but I truthfully don't care. I've kind of actually come to like the look on him. But I don't know if you can tell, there's actually a little bit of weft from underneath that pokes out right here in this little gap. So there's 2 things I could do. I could put a little glue there, stick my finger underneath, and kind of push it upwards. But I have a couple of teeny tiny little wefts that I was going to just glue in that gap and then flip over. But he is an absolute butt to work on. He really needs to be restrung. Look at this floppy boy. Oh, you poor bean. And I got him like this, but he was an in-stock doll at the doll peddler that he has been discontinued from Soul Doll. Oh my god, hair is such an addiction, dude. Do you do, I'm curious, do you do fabric dye, or do you do human hair dye? Because I've done both. And I tend to go with the human one just because it's a lot easier for me to personally handle it. But I know some people don't like it because if they live in a moist environment... Oh, he stands. He just flops about and can't sit. Then, you know, I've heard that, like, sometimes the dye can bleed. But I live in the desert. So it's maybe humid here. like 1 month out of the year. So I tend to use human hair dye just because it's a little easier to manage. But I have used fabric dye to kind of dip the ends, but that one, it's harder to do like a pretty ombre with. Yeah. So which fiber, in your opinion, this is me learning from you now. Which fiber, in your opinion, works better with human? Is it alpaca or? Because I've used human on both and have had pretty okay results. Like his hair, I used human on. I don't know what this is. If someone did that by like fabric dye, how? And I know these were also fabric dye. Alpaca works better with human? Okay, that makes sense. I have used human on mohair, but not as often. And actually, the one, well, so I've dyed just a little bit of mohair with the intention of blending it in to another wig. But I didn't end up using most of it. So I dyed that with human hair dye, but then the other mohair that I dyed with fabric dye, and it took like crazy. Seemed to work better. Yeah, I used not the dye more. I just used the regular because it's a natural fiber, so I don't need the dye more. But I've used dye more on Minky because I make plushies. In fact, I'll go get my little dragon because he was my experimente. So look, now he's got a little ahoge until I can flip it and trim it. What do I do with you now? I guess I'll put him back on his stand. Oh my god, this boy scared the living bejesus out of me like the second or third day I had him. Because I had him on his stand, but I guess I didn't have him well enough on his stand. So he like literally face planted forward, flipped off my desk, and landed in a pile, and magically nothing chipped on him. So I was doing a custom for one of my buddies, who's an artist. I was doing one of her characters, and the character has ombre hair. So I was testing out doing an ombre, and I'm going to turn this off because I don't need it anymore. And I haven't worked with soy fiber. I've seen a lot of like really nice wigs with it though, so I might have to look into it. Because they look nice, and I feel like it's kind of like yarn, but not. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, I tried to make a blonde hair, and it ended up being way too yellow. And then so the pink ombre turned into this kind of orangey red. So then I made a little fire dragon out of it. So I have dyed Minky, and it did kind of change the texture of the fur. But not like me being the one that created it. I would notice it, but I don't think like a customer would notice it. Not that you care about that, but you know, since we're talking fabric dye. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I might have to look into soy fiber, because the nice thing about yarn is it's like you can do some of the more like intense styles with it. Yeah. Okay. No, I know I can sew clothes, because I made like a little Fire Emblem plushie before, and I have a sewing machine that I can design custom embroidery and like put it on a USB and stick it into my machine, and my machine will sew it up for me. So I do all the sewing, I just don't like sewing clothes. I make little plushies, and then I get to the clothes and I'm like, okay, do you want to just be naked? Let me show you. And I bought patterns for these from a creator named Choli Knight. You may have heard of them. There's my little alpaca girl. She's my little alpaca centaur. And originally I was going to sell her, but then my fabric popped out of my embroidery hoop, and I managed to get it mostly perfect, but it's one of those, there was an imperfection, so oh darn, I had to keep her. I was already planning to keep one of them, but yeah. So I kind of did some extra detailing on her, and she was actually kind of a lot of work. And then I had made Sora too, but I actually gave Sora to a friend, so I only have Riku, but here's Riku from Kingdom Hearts 3. I made my own custom Riku plushie, and his shoes fell off, so don't judge him for his lack of shoes. They're somewhere on my bed. So it's like, I can sew clothes, clearly, but let me tell you, these were miserable to sew. Because I was like, oh yeah, I can start making custom Sora and Riku plushies. And then I was like, I made one of each, and I was like, I'm never making another one. I hate this. Their clothes are too complicated. This is miserable. So, but anyways, dear friends, my parental unit just hollered that dinner is almost ready. Right? Ain't that the way of it? I make plushies, but I'm over here spending so much money buying clothes for my dolls because I'm lazy. But anyways, dinner is about ready. Here's her little body. So she's going to be sitting cute like that. Oh, she really is cute. But I'm going to let her dry a little longer. I don't have her actual eyes yet, but I may put in some temporary ones just so she's not like soullessly staring into the abyss for like another day. And then I'll wash her wig, and yeah, I'll post pictures probably on my Instagram. But for now, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you'll come back again next time I stream, because that was super fun to chat with you. And good luck to the sewing, and good luck to the wig making, and woohoo! Alright, bye friends. Bye Morgana, I love you! Mwah mwah!